Good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing, my precious brothers and sisters? Even though sometimes we don't get along, that doesn't change the fact we're all still brothers and sisters. If God is our Father, it's all right. So, anyway, I'm going to be doing something pretty special today. Um, it concerns this book, 101 Proofs for God, and I'm going to read a little bit about the author, Jim Stevens. So, by the way, my name is Michelle. So, I am going to read the preface of this book, as well as the introduction and the dedication. It's really beautiful, it's very deep as well. Okay, here we go. Whether you are deeply religious or only casually interested in God, this book has something for you. It compiles a massive amount of scientific knowledge into a readable and digestible form. Look through the table of contents until something catches your eye. Read a little. See if it isn't eye-opening as mentioned in the subtitle. The average person doesn't have the time or inclination to dive into scientific research. For many years, science and technology seemed to be turning us away from God, but that has all changed now. Unfortunately, the news is slowly getting out, and entrenched interests are fighting against new discoveries that lead to strong evidence for God's existence. Wow. So Jim Stevens has done all the work for you. This book shows the total failings of Darwinism to scientifically explain life and the fossil record, and it will teach you critical thinking skills to use when you hear arguments against God. Chapter after chapter will give you eye-opening new information. Wow. Learn again and again that scientists cannot explain what they see right in front of their eyes. That's not to mention that they are totally unable to create anything remotely similar. Parents and grandparents will be able to fascinate children with facts about animals from this book. Homeschoolers will find this an indispensable resource. Church small groups will love it. Pastors will want it on their bookshelf. Anyone with a friend who might be questioning the existence of God will find this a perfect gift. Last but not least, because it is written from faith and inspiration, it will touch your heart. Okay. So we're going to hear a little bit more about Jim here. Buy this book. In the future, you are going to want to have it handy for the information it contains. The time has come to have a discussion about God because the world is in such sad shape. The time has come to talk about God from the point of view of technology and science. Believers don't need to have any fear of a scientific discussion about God anymore. The eye-opening information of modern scientific discoveries leads straight to the existence of God as the only possible explanation. This book puts its contents into plain language which can be understood by middle schoolers to technologically challenged seniors. Okay. New scientific truths have been discovered which will force school textbooks advocating evolution to be thrown out. Actually, Darwinism as a theory was all but abandoned many years ago in 1972. See chapter 73 about this. But the believers in godlessness never abandoned their faith in no God. Learn the truth in this book in understandable language about how mutation and natural selection totally fail to produce a single new species, even when intelligent scientists try to make it work. Applying intelligence invalidates the theory, but they soldier on. This book lays out one by one over 100 explanations of why there has to be God. Take your pick. There's surely one to appeal to everyone. Thousands more could in fact be added. Each chapter can be read in a few short minutes. Read one for morning meditation and inspiration. Talk about one over dinner with your children or grandchildren. Start up a conversation with your friends. Share a page from the website www.101proofsforgod.com. Sharing God will always make you feel good. Try it. I wrote this book because God wanted me to. 5 years ago, I had a very deep prayer one night sitting on my bed. I was 62 years old then and thought I would ask God what He wanted me to do with the rest of my life. I wanted to dedicate it to helping Him. I will never forget that prayer. After I spoke that question, I was overwhelmed with a feeling of loneliness from God. A universe-wide kind of loneliness. God is our incredibly loving parent, but so few of us, His children, make any effort to have anything to do with Him. So few know anything about His heart, what's really in His heart, in God's heart. So many of us lead lives fruitlessly, seeking after money, fame, or power. Some of us even actively campaign against His existence. So how would you feel? This book is to get the truth out. There has to be God. There is no other possible explanation that's rational, logical, scientific, social, historical, technological, biological, chemical, or based on the laws of physics. You'll see if you read this book. Join me in the new revolution, the true path to happiness. Let's learn science from a God-centered faith perspective. God's plan is the best plan for us individually, for the world, and for each and every one of His children in this world. Let's go back home to our Father and let's become one family under the real source of joy. Let's share this journey together, and may you feel God and His blessings through these pages. From my heart to yours, Jim Stevens. And I'm going to read this very short dedication. It's really beautiful. This book is dedicated to God with deepest gratitude for inspiring this 6-year project and continually pushing me along the way. I also dedicate it to all those living their lives to bring God's literal kingdom on the earth and thus give comfort to His lonely heart. So thank you so much, Jim. It's really beautiful. Okay, let me show you one more time this book. Okay, so we're going to continue on tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Okay, all you guys have a great day. Bye.